everybody.
Hey guys.
We're back again with another episode. This one's a little bit different to some of the others that we've done. We're going to be going into quite a lot of questions that we asked you guys on Instagram. We're going to be reading through some of those, as well as just answering basic questions about our budget, how long we're travelling Australia, how much it's costing us so far.
Cost breakdown.
Yeah, but like just budgets, just all that random stuff, as well as a little walkthrough of
all
our
the juicy
van.
stuff.
Yeah, all the juicy stuff that everyone
wants to know.
Yeah, exactly. We actually wrote some notes of all of the questions and stuff, so we'll go through it question by question, and then stick around for the walkthrough of our van.
We're back.
We're on.
Sorry, no dogs.
No dogs now.
They
just wanted to play the entire time. Anyways, let's get into question 1. Why did we choose the BT50 / Caravan / what modifications we made before we left?
Yeah.
Did you want to do that? I'll let you. We wrote some notes down to brief off so we don't forget anything.
Yeah. Well, pretty much we chose the BT50. I'm not a massive car guy, but a lot of my mates are. And when I was talking to them about exactly what I wanted to do, how I wanted to tow a caravan, reliability, being able to be in any major city and be able to get parts that we needed. We needed to go with a bigger brand car, or not a bigger brand, but like a
more common.
Yeah, more common car. So I had it out of the BT50 and the D-Max, and pretty much they're the same, but I just like the look of the BT better.
Definitely.
And it was more affordable in our budget, and I could pretty much put all the add-ons that I needed. Like, we got it stock as a rock. Like, the only thing that was different about it was just the tray. It had a tray
and
on it.
had the dog box and stuff.
Yeah, I might put a photo of it stock as right there.
Yeah, put it on.
But yeah, that to now, it's just a huge difference. And we've added all that on and been able to stick to our budget, what we wanted with the car.
Definitely.
And have all the add-ons that we wanted, which...
What were some of the main add-ons
you
had to get done?
Well, I wanted a bull bar, because when you're towing around Australia, you should see the amount of wildlife on the side of the roads.
The road clear is just so sad. There's so much on the roads.
Yeah, and bull bar, suspension in the front, rear, airbags, upper control arms, diff drop, lift, snorkel,
GVM upgrade,
roof racks, electronic brakes,
and
DC to DC charging, another
mirrors.
Anderson that runs so we can charge the fridge, run the fridge while we're towing.
Holy. It's ridiculous.
There's so much we added to it to be able to tow the way we do, and I'm so glad we did, because
same, because every single part of that has come in handy somehow.
And we've just pulled into Adelaide, and we were able to get it in for a service one day before.
It was awesome, actually.
Get into a Mazda, service the next day, out, it's all going to be done right, everything's going to be checked
everything's
over.
been looked at, everything's been done. It was a major service, so we did, it was
engine
a little bit more
valve clearance
expensive.
and
What did I say? Expensive.
Expensive. But major service. And we chose the van. Why did we choose the van?
I can do that one. Sorry. So the reason why we chose this van, I guess it wasn't really an immediate choice from us. Basically, little side quest story is we'd been looking on Facebook Marketplace or any ad or any place that you can pretty much look for vans. We were looking for weeks on end. We couldn't find anything pretty much over a 2012 model, and we had the idea, probably 2014 maybe, 2014 model that was within our price range.
With the things that we wanted.
Because if we were going to resell the van when we got back, it was just, we thought if we got anything probably lower than a 2016, no one's really going to want to be buying that in another 2 years' time after.
The resale value just wouldn't be really worth it for us, considering
it definitely wouldn't.
Our plans, and who knows, in 2-3 years time we could be wanting to buy a house, and it's essentially just a house deposit.
Yeah, exactly. We're pretty much driving that around at the moment.
When we resell it.
Yeah, 100%.
Sorry, they're fighting.
They're fighting. So with wanting to have a relatively good resale value when we got back or got rid of the van for whatever reason, Sam ended up sending me a ad for this van that was definitely out of our price range at the time that it was advertised. We looked at it, but we were oh my god, this is a dream. This would be if we could get our hands on this within our price range, this would just be awesome. We ended up sending a message to the guy offering way below what he had, but we were if you have no interest, this is what we're offering. let us know.
Yeah,
like
I
if
pretty
anything
much-
falls through, send us a message because we'll
Yeah,
take the van off
That's
you.
actually what I said. I was
Yeah.
like, this is what we can offer. If you can meet us here, like,
Yeah.
I'm more than happy to come and look at it. If not, don't worry.
Yeah, because I
okay.
think in the end, when it was like 2 weeks later when he actually messaged us to say that we can come and have a look at the van. When we came and had a look at the van, we were just like in love. Like it had
was, like, brand
everything
new.
that we wanted. He hadn't cooked inside, hadn't showered inside. He'd had brand new suspension put in, and
Yeah.
like less than like 10,000 Ks on the
Yeah.
tires and
Yeah,
stuff. So
everything.
like it was literally untouched, and we were like, oh my god, this is like the nicest van we're going to be able to get that's close to our price range.
Yeah.
It was still out of it, by just a little bit, but we
Just
were
worked
able
harder
to
and-
meet in the middle, and we just worked harder and saved even harder than what
Like,
we
it had
already
everything.
were.
The main things we wanted was a toilet separate to the shower.
Mhm.
We wanted aircon. We wanted
Yeah.
a big enough space for all
Yeah.
4 of us.
Wanted space that we weren't walking on top of each other. When you have 2 adults and 2 dogs in a small space, when it's like raining for an entire week outside and you do just have to bunker in, it is so much easier having all of
Yeah,
this space.
lots of storage. Yeah. Just,
And it just ticked all our boxes. It felt like home. Yes, it was out of our price range slightly, but again, we just worked even harder to be able to get this. So
It's good. We sort of over leveraged ourselves with it, and then we just worked towards a goal.
Yeah.
Worked harder and
just
achieved
saved
it.
more. Yeah, 100%.
It was good,
It was
like,
really good. And
yeah,
because it was
worth
so new, we didn't have to get anything done to it. Like, it literally had everything, and everything was pretty much up to date.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
What's the
Okay.
next question?
Question 2. What's your electrical setup? That's your question.
So when we bought the van, he'd already done a bit of work on the electrical, and he'd just changed it from an AGM battery to a 200 amp lithium battery, and he'd put 400 watts of solar on the roof. And when we got it, I was like, nah, we need an inverter. I want to be able to use the power points, run the microwave, rice cooker, NutriBullet, coffee machine, hairdryer,
Yeah, everything.
anything we want, like, we can use off the 240. And so I doubled the lithium. Now I've got 400 amps of lithium. I bought a 440 watt solar blanket because there's not really enough real estate on the roof. Well, there is, but I'd have to move like an antenna out of the way.
Effort.
Yeah.
So this was just an easy option.
So it was easier for me to just get a solar controller, a blanket, put an inverter in, and double the lithium. And now we can pretty much run everything off grid. And it all runs off.
You just don't have to think. You can turn that on and plug in your coffee machine.
And we can see it all from our phones. Like, we can see exactly how much, like if we were turning the coffee machine on, how much watts it's using.
Yeah.
Or if we're charging phones, camera gear or whatnot, we can
Yeah.
see exactly what everything's using, and we can limit things that...
If the case ever was that we were running a bit low, we can pick and choose what we're going to be using. Yeah. Cool. Question 3. How do we travel with dogs? And then that is like a very wide question. Everyone had different things like about the hair, the cleaning, like ticks, all sorts of things, like just with general health, vet visits.
Our last
that kind of
video,
stuff.
Clooney had a tick. And
that was like the first tick.
First time they weren't wearing tick collars, and he gets a tick, and we're like, so we're super superstitious about not wearing tick collars.
Yeah, like they wear them, which you can probably see hanging up on that lamp beside Sam. But yeah, pretty much for all of the questions, let's maybe start with hair. The hair is everywhere. Everywhere you could possibly imagine, in every crack, in every crevice, on every surface. It is everywhere. I think
their winter coats are coming off, so
it's like proper shedding season at the moment. So there is like double the amount of normal hair that's in here. But you know, if you're a dog lover, you know they're just things that you have to deal with. Like, it doesn't really bother us because it's always just been a normal part of life, cleaning up after them and the hair. Like, it's just normal. So
it's
I think
worth it.
if
like,
anything,
to bring
we'd never
your dogs,
give that up. Yeah, not at
if
all.
you've got
The
to
hair's
clean
not an issue.
once a day and you get to be with your best mates.
Yeah, it's like no problem. So pretty much it's just like a sweep through and a wipe down and a shake off. So like we just sweep the floors, wipe everything down and shake off our doona, because obviously as much as we'd like for them to sleep in their own beds, they don't. They sleep up with us.
You know, it's so
and everyone's
hard
on our bed.
to say no in the morning when they come up for a cuddle. Or
you can't. They're our babies, so they get to live the life, and we just cop the little side quests that we have to do with
getting rid of their hair
them.
is just as common as us like brushing our teeth. Like, it's just you just do it now. It's not like we have
it's
to
another
clean their
thing.
hair.
It's not even a bother. So I guess for those who it maybe does bother, yeah, it might not be the life
Get a
for
bigger
you.
van.
Get a bigger van or get a vacuum. It's like really just not that big of a deal. As well as understanding that you can't go some places. Obviously, traveling with dogs does make things slightly harder, but we haven't run into any problems yet. There hasn't been any place that's really restricted us or said no to us staying because we have dogs. So for the most part, we've been pretty lucky. Like that's anything from caravan parks, hip camps, showgrounds, free camps. We've done all of them now, and yeah, honestly, never had a problem with having the dogs. And I guess it just means research. Like
wiki camps.
Wiki camps and all trails is what we use for our
filter
walks, and we just filter them. And it's honestly, it just makes it so easy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wouldn't say we've missed out on a lot because we've been pretty lucky with some of the national parks we've been in. We've either had made friends, or had family with us. So we've just been able to get them to just look after the dogs while we're out for a couple of hours and then come back.
Or if we're somewhere and we can see the car, like if we're going to a lookout or something and we can still see the car, we'll just drop the windows a bit.
Leave them in the car.
And it'll be real cool. And
you know, we're not doing that in midday in summer, but you know, when it is an overcast day and you're still having to go out and do things, you just pop the windows down and leave them in the car. Like
they're fine.
You're less than 200 meters from the car park anyways, so it's really not that big of a deal. You just have to obviously limit the time that you're out there because you know, you've got your babies waiting for you. But yeah, other than that, it's just easy. It just requires more research, to be honest. You just have to look into things probably a little bit more than you would if you were on your own.
There's obviously the cost that comes with bringing your dog with you. Like they are a cost at the end of the day. Like you have dog food, you've got neck guard.
Yeah, their tick collars alone are like almost $100 each or something like that.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy.
Pet insurance. We don't even have health insurance. We have
but they do.
Pet insurance. That's it. That's
they
how
they have insurance
our
and
little
we
family
don't.
works.
So that's just what it is. But yeah, I'd definitely say probably on the line of the cost with the tick collars and things like that, I definitely believe it's really worth it. You do their, like, is it neck guard medication?
Yeah, once a month,
and then they wear their tick collars at home. So
alright, sorry guys, the camera was full on storage, so we've actually filmed this twice now.
Yeah. And
we probably have about 10 minutes of missing footage that has just gone.
So
anyway,
third time lucky. Let's give this another shot.
Let's get into it.
Alright, question 4. We've got budget savings, what we did as jobs before we left, etc. Like, what was our goal?
What cost breakdown, and pretty much all the juicy stuff, like money.
The stuff that everyone wants to know. Money.
Yeah.
Alright, well, let's start with jobs. I left being a fully qualified hairdresser. I worked in a salon for about 9 years, which I loved so much. It was so nice. I was able to be home with the boys while Sam was away working in the mines, actually.
I was working as an electrician. I worked in the mines for about 2.5 years, and back in town for about 5 years. Yeah.
So pretty much our goal before we left, we set the date maybe a year before we actually left, with the idea that we would be, again, then traveling for a year. So we just saved. Hey, we knuckled down and pretty much paid off the car, paid off the van, and had a rough idea of being able to spend $1,000 a week for about the year while we were traveling.
Yeah. So we owned everything. We had zero debt, and we just leave with what we have saved. That was just the plan. Yeah, that was the idea.
Yes. Do you want to get into budget breakdown or cost and what we spend our money on?
We really break down our month-to-month costs. So we go like the whole month of costs and break that down into 4 weeks, and that gives us our average. So some weeks we're spending $1,500, $1,600, and some weeks, if it's a rainy week, then we might be stuck in the van in one place for a week. We'll spend
spending like no money.
Nothing.
Yeah.
So it averages out to be about $1,000 to $1,100, and that's including like insurances, caravan, car, pet insurances, fuel, accommodation. Like caravan parks could be up to $70 a night sometimes. Regos for the van, the car, food for us, the dogs, subscriptions like Starlink, Spotify, Netflix, all the good stuff. Like we do it pretty high end. Like we don't skimp out. Like we're living in our home like we would at home, but in the caravan. Pretty much our home is like wherever we pull it up, we're going to have the luxuries of...
Yeah, and that's not to say you have to travel like us, but this is just from our experience and what we've chosen to bring and do while traveling Australia.
Yeah, what we wanted to do.
We've definitely chosen the comfortable, luxurious style.
It's not really a trip for us at the moment. Like it's more
it's
just...
a lifestyle.
It's our life.
Yeah, so it wasn't a short-term thing for us. And then, yeah, just, again, like, miscellaneous things as well, like washing and just random little costs here and there, like filling your medicine cabinet, or, like, buying just random little things that you do need or just make your life a little bit easier.
Yeah. We can do a bit more of a cost breakdown, I think, if you guys want to see more.
Exactly what we're spending our money on, but that's just the gist, hey?
Yeah, you get an idea of it. So pretty much $1,000 to $1,100, like I just said, and that's a lot of other YouTubers we watch are the same sort of. Yeah. They're the same numbers, so. Yeah.
It's around about the same, but again, everyone's going to be different because everyone's traveling different ways,
different times. People do their lap quicker. Like some people work online. Jess has just got a job working online.
Yes.
So
thank you, Worry Rings. We love you.
Fortunately, that might extend how long we can actually travel for.
Or it'll at least help out with the lifestyle that we've got now. So it'll just cover a couple of costs here and there that won't be having to come directly out of our savings.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, again, the same amount of money isn't going to be coming out every week, so you can only adjust your budget accordingly into the space that you're living, the activities you're doing, and the place that you're at.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much it. Overall, $1,000 a week for a year. Everything's paid off, no extra debt. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah. And we've got the plan to what, like when we get to WA, we really want to see WA. We think it's going to be amazing.
Oh,
like,
we cannot wait to get over
all the
WA.
good things. So we're like, when we go there, we might stop for a bit, work, top up the bank account, and we can keep going.
Especially because they said in WA you have to pre-book a lot of stuff. So that might be a good time for us to be able to just
slow down,
slow up for a bit, work, save a bit of money, and then have all the like Western Australia like planned out so that we can obviously get in, because it's meant to be very popular. Everyone's vanning over there. Like it's just full on, and it's a bit more expensive, I've heard. So
we'll see.
We're very excited, but let's get into this van tour, I reckon.
You want to see the van?
Guys, where we live.
We'll show you the van. All right, guys. This is our 2020 Marvel Seabreeze Sport, single axle. It's 18 foot and it's tows like a dream. Like for two people with no towing experience and learning this on the go, like it's been the best. We've got gas on the front, which runs the fridge, hot water, and our Weber, which sits in here. This is like the best part of the van.
The love of your life.
We cook most of our meals outside, so it's like,
very handy.
So easy. We've got storage space through that side as well in the hull, and I just keep like fishing rods and the solar blanket and whatnot. Awning pulls out, like that's easy. Table just pulls down. It's good when we got like gas, or if we got like food or anything, we can just chuck on that. We've got speakers on the outside, which all connects to our phone, so we just can play music on the outside and inside of the van. And the TV inside the van, like we can maneuver it, put it out here on the table, and that connects automatically to these speakers and the inside speakers.
So good.
It's cool. It's like you're in surround sound when you're in the van or outside the van. On the back, we just run Explore Life. Carry baggage, it just carries like literally.
It's so big.
Yeah, carries our hoses and
very easy
cables and stuff like that. Spare tyre. We've got more storage on the back here, which we keep dog food, life jackets, yada yada, and the cassette, the toilet cassette, and
that you got to keep locked because apparently people steal those.
People steal your toilet cassette,
which is just weird.
Disgusting. Jess actually empties the toilet cassette more than
yeah.
Fun fact.
Totally.
Your water hookup. We fill your tanks up here. We're connected to mains at the moment in a caravan park, so we're just running off that. And down here is where we've got the 400 amps of lithium. I might put a little bit of a clip over on this because we've done a lot of work on the van. Like we've put a shunt in, extra batteries, an inverter in under the bed, which you'll see on the inside of the van. But over here we've got our water hookup. When we're connected to the caravan park, we just hook that in and we're not using our water tanks. And yeah, essentially that's the exterior
pretty much it.
So we'll show you the inside now. Let's go.
Who's here? Who's here? Welcome to our humble abode. So pretty much when you walk in, you see straight into our bedroom. So we've got a queen size mattress. All of the cupboards up the top here are pretty much our wardrobe. Same with our two little side drawers that we just keep other random things in. Oh, Holly, hold on. Let me show the storage under the bed. Quick, off. Quick. Alright, under here, this is where we keep all of our just random stuff as well. So over here's our inverter setup. Sam did a very nice job on that, keeping it very easy and neat. Over here is like all of our winter stuff. So blankets, bags, winter sheets, shoes, just all the random stuff that you don't use on a daily basis. Up over here is our TV. It's on a swivel, so it's really easy to watch in the lounge room as well as in bed and just tuck away when we don't need it. Kitchen, coffee machine, the love of Sam's life, truly. Up here we've got like all of our plates, bowls, random stuff, Tupperware, all of that random things. Over here is our battery management system, so this is where we just watch our percentages, as well as up here being able to switch from our mains to our inverter. We've got our gas, hot water system, stove and aircon, all labelled very nicely. In here is our indoor cooking, so we've got 3 gas plates, very messy, don't zip in on that, and then 1 just electric stove top. Then our oven that we've used once. We cooked pizzas in it the other night for the first time. It was actually really good, but anyways. Alright, onto our lounge room. So this table folds in and out very easily. It's super nice to be able to just pop it away when we're not using it. These chairs also have a lot of storage in underneath them. They also Velcro off so we can access them from the sides and from the top. Up here we've got our pantry. So this is literally where all our dry food stays. Plenty of room. It's very easy to access too, so we've got plenty of food in those. Over here is our fridge and a freezer. Again, it really doesn't feel like we're skimping out on much. Like everything feels relatively normal size, so we can fit plenty of food, as well as our microwave and an extra storage box up there. Through here, which I've already got off, which is great, I can show you straight into the washing machine. It's so cute. Again, we're really only using that for like small little loads with like maybe a couple t-shirts, some undies, you know, random stuff like that. Through here we've also got some really nice and deep cupboards. I love it. We can really stack quite a lot of stuff in those. Same thing with up here. We just keep all of our random medicine and just all that random stuff. Same with the drawers here, just personal little items go in those. Then our shower with our dirty washing basket. But it is really good because it keeps it out of the way, especially when we're not using the shower. And then, what else? Aircon. The lovely and holy grail, which we haven't been using. Thankfully, it's been very like cool and cold as of recently. I also forgot to mention that we actually keep the Starlink up here. It sits in on this little bracket. We're able to close this, so it pretty much holds it. And then we run a cable in through here up in behind the TV. It's really easy. It saves us from having to leave it outside. It's somewhere safe and it works really well. Am I forgetting anything else?
Nah, I think that's pretty much it. But
yeah,
we just made this video off a little questionnaire box on Instagram.
Yeah.
So
if you want to see things like in detail, like what we actually packed and brought and filled the cupboards with before we left,
the
let
proper
us know.
details,
Yeah.
like this is so brief
Skimming
and
the
just
top.
like the top of the surface with it
Because
all.
it was even simple things like how to use the oven. Like it was just random little things like that. We were like, I had no idea how to do this.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys.
Yeah, thanks,
we
guys.
appreciate it. We know this is a very different video. We're talking a lot in this, but we hope it's informative to those that want to know about everything.
Yeah, and if you do like this sort of video, give us a like, comment, subscribe.
Share, do all those good things
Yeah.
again, because it does encourage us to keep making videos. But yeah.
Awesome, guys. Cheers.
Thanks.